Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. Now for global business updates, Rotus Udiri is here. Good morning, Rotus.
Good morning, Dr. Abasi. Good morning, Ayo. Good morning,
Good morning, Rotus.
Good morning, all our viewers. A
Victoria.
quick flash Friday in and out. Asian markets are mixed. They're mostly positive, but you'll see here the one negative is your Japanese Nikkei 225, and that is because of hawkish comments coming out of the Bank of Japan. Their meeting is next week, and they have been dropping hint after hint after hint that the Bank of Japan will hike rates. We had a debut, trading debut of Moore's Threads Technology company. They're calling it China's NVIDIA. They make graphics processing units, GPUs, which are supposed to, of course, power, AI reasoning, basically chips. The founder was actually an ex-NVIDIA executive, founded the company back in 2020, although they were placed on the US blacklist, so they've had trouble getting access to tech. But China is really pushing for companies to be able to make their own chips so they don't have to depend on NVIDIA. And the IPO, I think, raised about $1.1 billion and popped about 400% in its trading debut. These are your decisions coming up. Of course, next week, Federal Reserve on the 10th. They got the Bank of England on the 18th, the ECB on the same day on the 18th. And then here it is, the Bank of Japan on the 19th. So a lot of markets are going to be looking forward to what comes out of the US, UK, EU, and of course, Japan. Bank of India, the Reserve Bank of India cut rates early this morning, 25 basis points to 5.25. They cited some weakness in parts of the economy. Remember, there's a 50% tariff on India right now. They are still negotiating. I think, isn't Putin still in India? Modi is hosting him right now. Look at India's reserves. When you're exporting a lot, $686 billion. I repeat, $686 billion in FX reserves. That's what happens when you export a lot. This is the governor of the Reserve Bank of England, India, Sanjay Malhotra, saying despite an unfavorable and challenging external environment, the Indian economy has shown remarkable resilience. The headroom provided by the inflation outlook, because inflation has kind of come down a bit, has allowed us to remain growth supportive. We will continue to meet productive requirements of the economy in a proactive, I think it was 8.1% India did in terms of GDP in the most recent July through September quarter. Netflix has come out in the lead to buy the assets, studio and streaming assets, HBO Max and Warner Brothers. It looks like that's tie-up with Discovery didn't work out very well. So everybody knows Warner Brothers, the Harry Potter movies, Superman, Batman. So Netflix, it looks like they're making a cash offer. We understand this is the studio assets that they're looking to get are worth about 60 billion. Netflix has about 9-10 billion in cash on its assets. So it looks like they'll have to hit the debt markets in order to be able to afford this deal. But it is pushing forward, and they've jumped ahead of Paramount with Larry Ellison's son, who was trying to buy out Warner Brothers and Comcast, who were in early bid. And then finally, the Nigerian Stock Exchange has maintained its upward momentum so far, because you know how markets are. So, 10 basis point jump yesterday. So far in Nigeria, stocks, it was Transcorp, ETI, Lafarge Wapco, I think led gainers, 41.3% gain so far in Nigeria. That's our update for Friday.
It's like a very breezy presentation this morning. But, India is the fastest growing, largest economy in the world.
Yep.
With growth over 8%.
Yeah.
So the emphasis is not on export, it's on productivity.
True.
When your economy is productive, and we can learn from there. I mean, you have an NVIDIA Christmas, whether the Chinese type or the American type. What is the problem with NVIDIA? Too much money.
Yeah.
Money.
How to spend money.
Okay, may that be your lot this
Amen.
Christmas.
Amen. I want to say amen.
I'll take it.